What's up, guys? Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group. It is October 15th. Another good day for small caps. Not as good as we had yesterday, but a good day for small caps. Guys, I do apologize if you missed my video from yesterday. The video, when I was loading it to YouTube, actually froze. It was stuck in processing. It never actually loaded. I realized it this morning, and then I re-uploaded the video from yesterday this morning. So please go back and watch the video from yesterday. SES, a 300% move. BIMI, a 500% move yesterday. We talked about small caps on Friday. I said, guys, I think small caps are going to wake up this week. And, I mean, wake up, did they ever? So go back and watch that video, guys. I do apologize. I know many of you were probably waiting for that video yesterday. I was able to catch a 64% move in SES yesterday. So, again, that video is up. So you guys can go check it out if you missed it yesterday. All right. So now getting into today. Coming to the day today, we had a big, three big names that everybody was watching. That's SES, BIMI for possible continuation squeezes, and then WWR. Those were kind of the big three. WWR is my number one focus coming out of the bell. We had a real nice double bottom gap up pattern on that I'm going to go through and break down with you guys. And a lesson from that trade is really the importance of taking profit in front of resistance levels, because that saved my ass big time on that trade, because the trade actually ended up failing. But because I took some profit off in front of a key resistance level, it was actually able to kind of offset my losses to the downside and ended up not being really all that bad. It turned out to be what could have been really bad, turned out to just be basically a non-event. And then you had DTSS, which gave us a really nice move, and we caught a nice chunk of this DTSS in the middle of the day. And I did something today that I don't usually do, which is I bought a stock during lunchtime. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I stay away from lunchtime breakouts. Okay, I always say that more often than not, lunchtime breakouts will tend to fail. But there's one specific instance where you need to pay attention to a lunchtime break of high a day. Okay, and we got that on DTSS, and that signal helped me enter the trade. Used a couple of indicators to identify support, and then caught a really nice move. We're going to go over that. So finishing the day with a really nice day here, mostly because of this DT. Well, not mostly, all because of DTSS. All right, so let's get to WWR. We'll talk about that first one. Okay, here we are. WWR had this huge gap up. Okay, huge gap up here. Let's draw out our Fibonacci retracement levels. All right, here we go. So off the gap up, you had a quick pull in on WWR, and we found support at the 38.2 Fibonacci level and shot right up through highs. When I saw that huge candle, that huge support at the 38.2 Fib, I said, wow, okay, I really like that. I'm going to get long here in front of this VWAP area, and I went ahead and got long WWR right here. Take you guys to my trade announcements. Let me zoom in. Okay, here you guys see long WWR at 835. Okay, there's the entry at 835. We briefly touched new highs and then pulled it all the way back in, but here's the double bottom gap up pattern. Okay, so you can see we double bottomed here at the 38.2 Fib level, but what's different this time? We have the trade line. So here's the trade line comes up into play. The trade line lined up at the 38.2 Fib level and the low of the day, and that kept this trade alive, pushed us back above VWAP, and you can see the trade line held support. We got a crossover, and that pushed WWR to the high of the day, and right there, I took I actually added to this position. Let's go back to my trade announcements. So you guys can see I added at $8. Okay, and the reason why I added right there, okay, is because of how this pattern started to develop, and I'm saying to myself, okay, you know what? Now I know the trade line's in play because you see how the stock reacted at the trade line. Okay, real nice push back above VWAP, and then VWAP starts to act as support, and I said, this is great. We're going to get a trade line VWAP cross, and we're going to squeeze this thing through the high of the day. So I actually added to the position right here. Okay, we got the crossover, we push, and I took profits off right in front of the high of the day. You guys see here, took some profit at 870, still holding some. This really saved my ass, that take profit, because you can see we ended up failing, pulling all the way back in, and I got flat the rest of the position right there at $8. Okay, so again, I'm long at 835. I added at $8. Okay, I took some off at 870, and then I got flat at $8. Okay, so this could have been, what could have been bad turned out to be, a little decent trade by taking some off in front of that high of the day. We knew $10 was key resistance for WWR. If I take you guys to the daily chart real quick, I'll show you $10. Well, this is like here. This is $9.50, but you guys can see this $9.50 to $10 area. Okay, you see this resistance here on the daily chart. So you had that key resistance level. Okay, here it is. There's that resistance level. There's the high of the day. So we encountered, you knew you were going to encounter resistance up in this region, and that's why I went ahead and took some profits off the table there. Turns out to be, kind of a non-event trade, little bit of money there, but nothing really to write home about. Then we go to DTSS. Okay, DTSS now, guys, this did something during a lunchtime breakout, like I was talking about when I kind of went over the intro to this video, and caused me to actually buy the stock during lunchtime, which is something I stay away from. The reason I stay away from them is because a stock needs increasing volume and consistent volume in order to get continuation. And usually during lunchtime, volume tends to be lighter. Okay, so I try to stay away from buying stocks during lunchtime because those breakouts tend to fail more often than not. But there's one instance where you need to pay attention to a lunchtime breakout, and that is when it is accompanied by the heaviest volume of the day. When a stock breaks a high of the day during lunchtime on the heaviest volume all day, that's when you need to take notice of it. Because why? I just explained the reason why breakouts during lunch tend to fail is because volume is typically lighter. Well, if you get a break through the high of the day during lunch and it's the heaviest volume of the day, then the volume isn't lighter, it's actually increasing. And that's a positive sign. That's a sign of momentum and possible continuation. That's when you need to take notice of it. So that's exactly what I ended up doing. You can see this DTSS had this big move in the morning, very light volume, halted a couple times, pulled in, and then regained its footing and started to get much better volume. You can see the volume here. We got back above VWAP. The trade line came into play, and we pushed us through the high of the day. Right here is where I really started to focus in on DTSS, guys, because of this volume. Right here is the heaviest volume of the day, break right there through the high. Okay, so during this little pullback consolidation, right here is where I got long at $4.80. The reason why that's the area that I chose, let's draw out our fib levels. Look what we have. I have the 23.6 Fibonacci level lining up perfectly with what? The trade line. Okay, so let's go back to my trade announcements. Here you can see I'm long DTSS at $4.80. Okay, at 12:25 in the afternoon. You can see lunchtime is usually between 12 and 2. Okay, so there's the entry there in front of VWAP and the 23.6 fib level. And now I'm playing this for looking for some continuation because of this volume. Without this volume, I do not make this trade. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. If this volume was 100,000, 150,000 shares, and it was just regular volume, I don't place this trade. The fact that it was the heaviest we've gotten all day is the reason why I pulled the trigger. So I had to identify a support level. So, okay, the volume was, hey, once I saw that volume, I want to get long. Now it's time to identify the support level. And there we have the 23.6 with the trade line. I go, there's my support level. I'm jumped in long at 480. And then you can see we get a beautiful move. Okay, and I start peeling some profits off the table. First take profit at 572, right? There was your first take profit. Second take profit at 620. Okay, right there. And now at this point, guys, I'm down to 25% of my position, and we are riding this trade line. You can see the trade line continues to hold support. And at this point, I'm thinking that we might get parabolic. I got maybe a little bit greedy here. I was trying to get this up to $8, and we never quite got there. We ended up breaking down, rolling over later in the day, and I got flat the last piece of the position for a final take profit at 508. So a really nice trade, guys, on DTSS. I let some profits kind of drift away here. I got a little greedy. I probably should have gotten flat. I probably should have gotten flat up there, but I was a little greedy. And I was looking for $8, but still a really, really nice trade. The bulk of the position, guys, from 480 out at 620. And another good day of small cap action, and we've been all over it. So, guys, hopefully we get, this small cap action can keep up. Strong day in the overall markets today. Huge day for Roku, but my focus was on small caps. That's where I made all my money yesterday. It's where I made all my money today. And as long as we still continue to see this momentum and this volume pre-market and these gap ups and we get these short squeeze type moves, my focus is going to remain on small caps. For the last several weeks to couple months, I have not focused on small caps, but the last 2 days I have, and it's paid off big. So hopefully this action continues. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Take care.